Announcements for Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. This day in Black history, today we highlight Ruby Bridges, who was the first African-American child to desecrate the all-white William Frantz Elementary School in Louisiana during the New Orleans school desecration crisis on November 14th, 1960. She was 6 years old at the time. Despite intimidation and discrimination, Bridges never missed a day of school. Bridges has written 2 books on her experience and has been honored with the Carter G. Woodson Book Award in 1999. She also set up the Ruby Bridges Foundation to promote equality in education. Bridges is also a lifelong activist for racial equality. In 1999, Ruby established the Ruby Bridges Foundation to promote the tolerance and create change through the education. In 2000, she was made an honorary deputy marshal in a ceremony in Washington, D.C.
She became a leader in the civil rights movement at just 6 years old. Meet Ruby Bridges. Ruby grew up in New Orleans. Her parents, sharecroppers from Tylertown, Mississippi, moved there in the late 50s in search of a better life. The racially divided city had been ordered to integrate its public schools. Ruby would be the first and only Black student to attend William Frantz Elementary. November 14th, 1960 would be Ruby's first day. Federal marshals escorted her to school past the throngs of protesters. Teachers at the school refused to instruct her, and parents kept their children at home until the school provided a separate classroom for white students.
I actually attended this all-white school alone for a whole year. I sat in an empty classroom with a teacher that was white, who came from Boston to teach me because teachers in New Orleans refused to teach Black children.
Meanwhile, Ruby didn't miss a day of school that year. In 1996, she was reunited with her teacher, Barbara Henry.
It was so wonderful to have a little student like Ruby. We had a grand time together, I think, side by side, just the 2 of us.
Ruby's courage inspired Norman Rockwell to feature her in this iconic painting, which Barack Obama hung outside the Oval Office in 2011.
It's fair to say that if it hadn't been for you guys, I might not be here and we wouldn't be looking at this together.
Once I saw that painting, I realized that there was something much bigger than myself. So I think that sort of put me on my quest to tell my story and to work with kids.
Today, Ruby travels the country, speaking to young people, inspiring them, and sharing her truth, which is as relevant today as it was in 1960.
Attention 6th grade families. Our 6th graders will be participating in a virtual visit with award-winning author Kelly on February 23rd during their 4th hour class. Would you like to purchase the author's new book, New From Here, which she can be discussing during her visit? You can pre-order a copy for your child on February 25th by going to School Pay in Power Schools. Your child will receive the book after it is released on March 1st. Any questions, please contact Mrs. Chatella.
Today's announcements. Wednesday, after school tutoring, room 905, 245 to 345. Model UN, room 807, 245 to 345. Word Masters, room 907, 245 to 345.
We can cut it.
Lydia Buckley is the only birthday today. Today's half-birthdays are Ian Bay, Krithran Bagwadi Alur, Amina Hosani, and Nyala Morris. Happy birthday!
Today's weather report is cloudy skies, a few snowstorm chance of a snowstorm, possible of high 34 degrees, southwest at 10 and 15 miles per hour.
So, do you think that you're going to win tonight's game?
We're pretty confident in ourselves. We've been practicing hard, and we think that we'll have a pretty good chance up against Avondale tonight. Yeah.
And
So how's practice been going?
practice has been going really good. We've only had 2 practices because of the snow days, so I think we have a lot to work on. Actually, I have a lot to work on, not them, but yeah.
Is there any like team dysfunction, like one player doesn't want to do
No,
teamwork? No?
No, we're working pretty well as a team together.
we're not 5-year-olds.
There goes most of my questions. Okay, we'll end it off there.